Welcome back, Barstow, to another episode of BTVN. I'm Sanjeev.
And I'm Caden, and we have lots of amazing announcements for you today, along with some amazing pieces, all after the intro. Starting out with some lower school news, lower school back to school night is tomorrow night from 5:30 to 6 at the lower school playground. Parents are strongly encouraged to attend.
Another big event that is approaching quickly is Convocation. Practice is on Tuesday, the 3rd, and the actual event will take place on Thursday, September 5th.
Hey, Sanjeev, are you making a club this year?
No, but I'm actually vice president of the Pretenders Club. What about you?
I'm president of Guitar Club, and on that topic, the club fair has been pushed back to Wednesday, September 11th. So for anyone who plans to lead or start a club, make sure to fill out the club application form from an email that Mr. Muhammad sent.
Speaking of clubs, another way to connect with the community is through sports. I wonder if there are any games coming up.
Me too. Good thing we have an increasingly intelligent individual by the name of Connor Westfall here to relay the sports news.
Welcome back to Standing on Business. I hope you've had a high-quality AM. Today, I will be speaking on the Barstow School's athletic teams. Firstly, the boys' junior varsity team will be performing at 5:15, and varsity will be competing at 7. A most enjoyable mixer will be taking place prior to the first game. Let's take a brief intermission from my awesomeness to hear about it.
Mixer this Friday, 3:45 to 5. We will have snacks, upper school patio, DJ Brother News on the mics and ones and twos, and we're going to be making posters and decorations for the game so we can hype up the soccer game. So come on out.
Due to all of this sports talk, I'm reminded of the new point system Barstow is starting. It would make me internally content to see the sophomores get out to the games to retrieve points. If you haven't had the pleasure of knowing about the new system, there's no need to fret. Pamela made a piece, so let's take a gander, shall we?
I'm here to see the volleyball game.
1 point for seniors!
Yes!
This year we are doing something different to try to incentivize school spirit. So we are starting a point system for each grade level. We'll have a middle school category and a high school category. So the way it'll work, different events, whether it's like a school supply drive or a game or a spirit week, will have points attached to it.
Hey, pick up your trash. You don't want to get points deducted.
Your goal is to try to win as many points as possible by the end of the year so that you are the champion of school spirit. And in that way you can earn a prize at the end of the year and be recognized for being amazing in your school culture. We're going to keep a board up in the upper school commons, and then we'll have one in the middle school commons as well to keep track of who's winning.
We're here for the mixer.
2 points for the sophomores.
Yes!
At the different events, we'll have a sign-in, and you'll have to go find that staff member and let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm in this grade, and that way we'll figure out which grade gets the most to attend.
If my calculations are correct, the Barstow Cup is awarded to...
Thanks, Pamela. I will be sure to get out there and rack some points up for the juniors.
Hopefully, you're not the only one. But before we get there, all students are encouraged to update your My Barstow profile with your name pronunciation. It is really important that your teachers know how you would like to be addressed. On the topic of communication, if you aren't already on your grades GroupMe, be sure to communicate your grade level coordinator about getting added.
Also a friendly reminder to please take your dishes back to the dining hall as a courtesy to our dining and cleaning staff. Every little bit will help them out.
Expanding on staff news, Sanjeev, have you gotten a chance to meet the new head coach of robotics?
No, I have not.
Well, luckily for you, Isaac made a piece featuring Mr. Dalton.
We're going to work on eighths. So, same thing we just did, work individually, and let's go ahead and complete this sheet. If you have a question.
My name is Aaron Dalton. I am the coordinator for design and fabrication at the Idea Space. So what that does is, yes, I do teach some classes. This year I am helping out with the 6th grade experience course. I'm teaching woodworking 1 and 2, as well as architecture, 2nd semester, and then a robotics program too. So my role is also with many hats that I wear is helping and supporting teachers from preschool up through high school for their classes. So it can be something I can support them with here at the Idea Space, or I can go over to the main campus and help them with projects or ideas that they may have to make their coursework more exciting. This is the start of my 17th year in education. I have been in public school in North Kansas City schools, so I taught at Staley High School up in North KC, and I had taught engineering courses, woodworking courses, home maintenance courses, drafting courses, all kinds of different things. As a new teacher starting out, you're excited and you want to conquer the world, and you want to show students everything that you know within the coursework or just a life journey. But being patient, I think that has been the biggest thing that I would learn from myself, as well as to tell others. A lot of with teaching is you have it up here of what you want to teach, but how do you explain it to others so that they understand? And everybody has a different learning style, so being able to portray that information to different learning types.
Raise your hand. We are happy to come over and kind of work through you with it, okay? So let's turn and talk to our neighbors. Let's compare answers real quick. 3 minutes or less.
So how do you work with others? How do you innovate, or how do you problem solve? How do you work with those groups and be able to contribute to that? So I think that's the biggest thing that I want to portray within the classes, is how to work in a business setting and to work with others to problem solve.
I want you to talk about it just a little bit, okay? So why are our answers different? And explain why you maybe think that is the correct answer that you have on your page, okay? So you should have conversation going on.
I'm a techie. I like working with different tech things. I like working outside at my house, building. We're on our 3rd renovation house. Love to exercise. That's just kind of my thing I've always done. My wife and I go to the gym quite a bit as kind of our thing we do together, and just to stay active and to have some fun. Have 3 kids, 3 dogs. You know, it's all my kids are in middle school and high school, or graduated already. So pretty much stayed in one building the last 17 years. So this is a new and exciting journey for me to start here in Barstow.
Thanks, Isaac. I don't have any Idea Space classes, but he does seem like a great teacher.
And before we wrap up, we have a couple more announcements. Everyone, please, please, please make sure not to show up on Monday, because it's going to be Labor Day. Just ask Sanjeev. You won't be able to get into school.
Yeah, you won't be. 2 years ago, my parents and I drove to school, and let's just say none of us were happy. Finally, let's send it to Emily with a friendly reminder about the QR codes scoured around the hallways.
Hey everyone, I don't know if you've seen, but around the school we have these green QR codes, and basically it's a link tree for so many things. So you take your phone, you open up the camera app and you scan it. After you've scanned the QR code, it takes you to our link tree, which has so much information. It has our BTVN announcement form, which is a new thing we're coming out with this year. So if you have any announcements that you want in BTVN, you fill out the form and it emails one of us so that we can keep it in the show. And then it also has the Agathon submission form, so you can submit poetry, video, art, photography, short stories, kind of anything in that realm you submit, so it goes into the Agathon publication. Then it has all of the BTVN, yearbook, and Agathon social medias. So scan the QR codes and make sure to follow all Knights media accounts today.
That's very helpful, Emily. Thanks.
Well, it seems like that's all we have for this enlightening episode of BTVN. I've been Caden.
And I've been Sanjeev. Have a stupendous Thursday, Barstow.